Standard 8 English Medium. We are going to continue the chapter number 1, rational numbers. Now today we are going to learn about how to represent the rational numbers on number line. In lower standard, you already learned how to represent the natural numbers, whole numbers and integers on the number line. In which we know that on a line we take 0 in the middle somewhere, and at the same distance on the right side and on the left side we represent integers. On the right side of 0 we write down the positive integers, and on the left side we represent negative integers. That is familiar for us. But now the rational numbers, which are in the form of fractions, in which there are numerator and denominator. So now when there are rational numbers, how do we represent them? First I will explain you, and then we will make some examples so that it can be clear in your mind. We know that the rational number is in the form of P upon Q. Now here that is known as numerator P, and which is down, it is known as a denominator. So here the denominator, first you have to learn about how to represent. For that, first you have to check what is the denominator of the given rational number, and then we have to make equal parts, as many equal parts as the number in the denominator. We have to make equal parts between 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, according to the given number. So first denominator tells you to make how many parts between two consecutive integers. So the number in the denominator will tell you to make how many parts between two consecutive integers. And then the numerator, the number in the numerator tells you to take how many parts out of total parts. That two things you have to remember when you represent the rational number on a number line. We know that rational number is always in the form of P upon Q. Then P upon Q, then what is problem here? Problem nothing. Numerator upon denominator. So always remember that we have to make the parts between the consecutive integers. If it is positive integer, you go that side, right side. Negative integer, we move to the left side. So we have to make equal parts according to the number in the denominator, and then we have to take total parts. Out of total parts, the number in numerator, that much parts we have to take to represent the given rational number on number line. Now we will understand with the help of an example. Suppose we have to represent 4 upon 7. Example number 1. Represent 4 upon 7 on number line. Now we know that what is denominator here? 7. It means that between two consecutive integers we have to make 7 equal parts. So here we will draw a number line, and this is positive integer, so we need not take negative integers, so we can start 0 from here. Then you have to make 7 equal parts. So we will take a scale, you have to take a scale and then count 1, 2, equal distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at the 7th you can write down 1. If the number in the numerator is bigger than the 7, then you have to go further also. But here you can see that it is smaller. It means that we don't have to go beyond 1. If it was like 8 upon 7 or 9 upon 7, means if the number in the numerator is bigger than the denominator, then we have to go beyond 1 also. Here we don't need to. Why? Because the number in the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So here we make equal parts. Now we have to check what is the number in the numerator. So numerator shows number 4. So according to this, I told you, the numerator tells you to take how many parts out of total parts. There are total 7 parts. We have to take only 4 parts because in the numerator the number is 4. So from 0, we don't count 1 here. Here this is the 0. So you have to count 1, then 2, then 3 and then 4. So this is the 4th part. You have to take 4 parts. This is the first part, second part, third part and fourth part. So this number you can make a little darker, and that is your number 4 upon 7. Because the first number is 1 upon 7, the second number is 2 upon 7. You can say that this is 1 upon 7, this is 2 upon 7, this is the 3 upon 7. So fourth number is 4 upon 7, next is 5 upon 7, next is 6 upon 7, and last is 7 upon 7 is 1. So here the numerator will tell you how many parts we have to take out of the total 7 parts. Now we can understand with another number also. Represent 8 upon 5 on number line. So here also we don't need to take negative numbers. Denominator says 5, so we have to make 5 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, at 5 we have to write down 1. But now you can see that the number in the numerator is greater than the denominator, so you have to go further also. So another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here your number 2 will be there. So now we make 5 equal parts between 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 also. Now we have to take 8 parts out of that one. It means that you have to go here from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. So that number represents 8 upon 7. Sorry, means 8 upon 5, because we have made 5 equal parts. So here 8 upon 5, so that one is 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5, 5 upon 5 is 1 because we can cancel 5 upon 5. Then 6 upon 5, 7 upon 5, and that number is 8 upon 5. So it is very easy to represent the rational number. Just remember those two things as I told you in the beginning. That denominator will tell you how many parts you have to make. Numerator will take care of how many parts you have to take out of the total parts. Now I explained you two of positive integers. Now we will take negative rational number also, so that it will be clear that how to do when there are negative integers also. We can take like represent minus 3 upon 5 on number line. So here 5 equal parts, but it is negative integer. So don't make mistake of taking 0 here, because negative integers will go here. So we have to take 0 on the right side. Then we have to make how many equal parts? 5, because denominator says there is 5. So here we have to do from right to left. 1 part, 2 part, 3, 4, and at the 5 we have to write down -1, -1. And then we have to take 3 parts. But don't make mistake to do it from this side. You have to come from 0 to negative side. In positive integers, positive rational number, you go from 0 to right side. Here also you have to start from 0 and come, because sometimes in a hurry you can make like 3, then 1, 2, 3, then that will be a wrong number. You have to count from 0 to -1. So that is -1 upon 5, that is -2 upon 5, and that is your -3 upon 5. That is minus. Similarly, if it is like 7 upon 5, greater number on the numerator, then you have to go further again. Another 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parts. And here there will be -2. Then you count again, here 5, then 6, and that is your 7. So -7 upon 5 will be there. So I hope you have clear in your mind how to represent integer, the rational numbers. Doesn't matter they are positive or the negative. Same rule you have to follow. But from just remember in the mind that when you are doing with the negative numbers, then you have to start from right to left. And for positive integers, positive rational numbers, from left to right. That is the main thing that you have to remember. So I hope it is clear in your mind. Now we will understand something different now. That if I have given you 2 integers, then you can exactly tell me how many integers are there between that 2 integers. Suppose I give you, tell me how many integers are there between -3 and 2. So you know that between -3 and 2 there is -2, -1, 0 and 1. So between them there are only 4 integers. Not more than 4, not less than 4. We can tell exactly number how many are there between those 2 integers. If you are given another also like -7 and 7. So you know that from -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means you can count how many numbers are there between that 2 integers. But now we have to understand that how many rational numbers are there between any 2 rational numbers. Means suppose we just now did that like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, etc. Now suppose I make 2 integers, 2 rational numbers on number line. Like this is 2 upon 7, 2 upon 5, and that is 5, 6, 7 upon 5. And if I want to know between those 2 upon 5 and 7 upon 5, leave that one too much long. Just I want to know between 2 upon 5 and 3 upon 5. Between 2 upon 5 and 3 upon 5. how many rational numbers are there? Then, can you tell me on a number, on a line only, suppose this is the line, how many points are there between those two lines, 2 points? There are infinitely many numbers, many points, many dots, because dot is a very tiny thing, and each dot on the line represent a number. So it looks very small part here, but between two rational numbers also there are infinitely many rational numbers. So we can write down here that there can be infinitely many rational numbers. There can be infinitely many rational numbers between any two rational numbers. So when you are asked how many integers between any two numbers, then you can easily tell, you can count. But when it is rational numbers, then if asked how many rational numbers are there between two rational numbers, then we cannot count it, because there are infinitely many rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Now, if the question is asked that find any 5 or 3 or 4 rational numbers between the given two numbers. So now what can we do for that? That we are going to learn. That given two numbers, and we have to find that how many, not how many, but whatever they asked, that we find 5 or 7 or 10 or whatever numbers between that rational numbers. We will start from the very simple question. Here given that write any three rational numbers. Any three rational numbers between -2 and 0. Now you can say that here between -2 and 0 there is only one number, -1. But that is integer. We don't have to find integers. We have to find rational numbers. How many? 3 rational numbers between -2 and 0 or 0 and -2. Now we know that it does not look like rational numbers, but we can write down -2 as -2 upon 1, and 0 also we can write down as 0 upon 1. But here we can find the numbers. So now what we have to do? Here -2, if you multiply 10 upon 10, the number is same. Equivalent rational numbers you will get. You learn in the standard 7 also how to find equivalent rational numbers. You have to multiply the numbers from the same number in numerator and denominator. So here you will get -10 to the 20 upon 10. Similarly, here also you can multiply 0. It will be 0 upon 10. Now you get a big range here. Between -20 upon 10 and 0 upon 10. You can get so many. Like here you can see that minus 20 will be here and 0 will be here. So between minus 20 and 0, how many numbers are there? So many. You can start from minus 19, minus 18, minus 17, 16, 15, 14, 15, 14, 13, 12, 1, 0, the number, every numbers. So now you can choose any three numbers between minus 20 and 0 and put 10 in the denominator. That are the numbers, rational numbers between minus 2 and 0. So you can say that minus 19 upon 10, minus 15 upon 10, minus 12 upon 10, minus 10 upon 10, minus 7 upon 10. All are there between them. So if it is asked 3, you can write down any 3 rational number. If they are asked 5 rational number, you can write down any of the 5 between this minus 20 upon 10 and 0 upon 10. So here both the numbers were integer. But now if both the numbers are rational numbers in real, means in the P by Q form, then how can we find 5 or 7 or 10 rational numbers between those given numbers? We will take another example that find any 7 rational numbers. Find any 7 rational numbers between we will take 5 upon 8 and minus 5 upon 6. That is the question given that here, that find 7 rational numbers between 5 upon 8 and minus 5 upon 6. So now 5 upon 8 and minus 5 upon 6, these two numbers are given. Now you can see that they are having different denominators. So first we have to make them like fractions. How? By taking LCM and make them with equal denominators. So what is LCM of 8 and 6? I hope everybody is familiar to do that. To find LCM, 4 2s are 3 2s are 2 2s are 4, 3 as it is, 2 1s are 3 as it is, 3 1s are, so 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So the LCM of 8 and 6 is 24. So now we have to make it 24 in the denominator. So here we will get 5 upon 8 is equal to 5 8 upon 8 multiply by. Now I want to bring it 24 in the denominator. So 8 should be multiplied with which number? So 8 3s are 24. So we have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. So we get 5 3s are 15 upon 24. Then again the second number, minus 5 upon 6. Minus 5 upon 6. So here also we have to bring 24 in the denominator. So in the table of 6 4s are 24. It means that we have to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 4. So we will get here minus 5 4s are minus 20 upon 24. So now between minus 15 upon 24, sorry not minus, 15 upon 24 and minus 20 upon 24. You can see there are lots of numbers. We can start from minus 20 because minus 20 upon, so we can write down, reverse it, between minus 20 upon 24 and 15 upon 24. So many numbers are there, like minus 19 upon 24, minus 18 upon 24, minus 17 upon 24, minus 12 upon 24, minus 5 upon 24, 0 upon 24, 1 upon 24, 2 upon, up to 14 upon 24. You get a range, big range. From that, how many we have to write down? 7. So you can choose any 7 numbers here and you can write down the answer. So here you will see that it will be different answer come for different students. But it must be between those two rings. So that is a very simple thing we have to do. And here it is also, we can find different numbers. Now sometimes there is only small range when you come here. Suppose we are given that find rational numbers between, let me check some examples in which, okay, we can take 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Number 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So here you can see that the LCM will be 4. So 1 by 4 is already 1 by 4 into 1 upon 1, then 1 by 4. But 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 multiply by, you have to multiply by 2 by 2, 2 upon 4. But now you can see that between 1 by 4 and 2 by 4, it is difficult to find. So now what will we do? We can multiply them by bigger number. So rather you take 10, multiply them by 10 upon 10. So 1 upon 4 multiply by 10 upon 10 will get 10 upon 40. Similarly 2 upon 4 multiply by 10 upon 10, then you got 20 upon 40. So here now you get a range. Here you don't get any number. Meaning there are numbers but you don't know how to represent them. So now when you multiply with the both in the same numerator and denominator, then you get a big range. So now between 10 upon 20, 40 and 20 upon 40, there is 11 upon 40, 12 upon 40, 13 upon 40 and so on. From that, if they ask 5, you can write down any 5 numbers. 11 upon 40, 13 upon 14, 15 upon 40, 16 upon 40. Between, means you don't have to go out of this range. Can't go less than 10, can't go more than 20. And that is the simple way of finding the rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. So now according to that you can do all the exercises given in this chapter, because now this our chapter is getting finished. So in this chapter we have made 4 videos. So in any of that videos or in the chapter, if you have any problem, write down in the comment section, then I can take that topic in the next video. Thank you very much.